keep my pledge. I was not called. Death did not notice me. I bring my rose, I plight again by every sainted bee, by daisy called from the hillside, by Bobolink from the lake, blossom surely come again. I keep my pledge. I was not called. Death did not notice me. I bring my rose. I plight again by every sainted bee, by daisy called from the hillside, by Bobolink from blossom and surely he come again. Keep my pledge. Was not called. Death did not notice me. I bring my rose. I plight again. By every sainted bee, by daisy called from the hillside, by Bobolink blossom and oh, surely he come again. So that is an Emily Dickinson poem that I recently found haphazardly, not consciously really wanting to find it, but it is reminiscent of a more sophisticated and formalized yet deeply personal version of Wild Nights, in the sense that Wild Nights is more about, I guess, the physicality and expressiveness of love, and this is more like the promise and internal kind of promise of it, and the kind of pledge that is wholly personal and not succumbing or kind of uh, not acquiescing, not subscribing to external validation, as this analysis so tells, which is quite true, I think. And the references in capitals to nature and the natural world of animals and plants and fauna really goes to show, so much so also similar to the poem about her finding church and spirituality in the Sabbath, keeping Sabbath at home and rather than going to church. And so having nature be one's temple, so to speak, is kind of like having the witnesses being the bobolink and the bee and the daisy, seemingly kind of small and quaint animals and plants, but yet precisely the simplicity is why it is so poignant, because it almost is like an analogy to love itself, which is not formalized or does not require formal consummation or maybe like formal title, and can be a personal and profound experience, promise in itself. It does not even really require, I guess maybe in the unquoted sense, but great if it's mutual, it does not even really require a kind of activeness of the other party or the other person for it to exist. Obviously, it is good if it's not one-sided. So the focus is on an endurance of the pledge and the promise, which is almost like marriage in itself, but a higher ground in terms of personalizing that.